Should we do like a proper intro this time?
Yeah, we should do a proper intro. Hello, everybody. You're here for your Valhediction fix, as we are. We don't judge here, do we, Jack?
Not particularly.
No, we don't judge other addicts. We judge in other places, but not here.
Not
I
here,
definitely
no.
judge, yeah. But
Yep.
Yeah, hi everybody. We're grateful, by the way. We have some regular viewers now, and we hope you're enjoying this content.
We had a bit of a conversation about Let's Plays on YouTube.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna want to see a little bit of work I might have done async before we go into that.
Okay. Oh wait.
We have both
Here
arrived.
I am. I have arrived, yes. I'm hungry. And I'm not rested.
Yeah, it's about nighttime.
Oh, then we should probably sleep.
Well, you should probably come up and see me.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're way over there.
Mm-hmm.
In Ungoliant.
Well, I'm actually outside.
Oh, there's like railings and stuff for the path.
Yep.
I guess I'll follow this then.
Yes, they are suggestions. You can still get through them if you want. See, I got rid of a forest.
Every single stump, didn't you?
I left you some stumps because I know how much you love them.
Oh my gosh.
But I left all the birch trees. Let's go rest up, buddy.
Very funny.
Yep.
Oh,
there's an oak tree in there, by the way. I mean, this was all forest, right? Thick forest.
Yeah.
Now it's not. All the beech trees are down. The stumps remain. And I found an oak tree way down there. That's cool. Because we'll eventually use up those birch trees for hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of am a believer that you have to kind of clear out your home base area. You know, like all the surroundings. So. And that way you can kind of see what's coming and all that stuff. And also it gives you a lot of mats, you know. And you know what I hate about the meadows is all the undergrowth, the beech tree saplings. Because you can't run. You're having to zig and zag and jump.
Yep.
Right now, the only thing you have to worry about are stumps and logs, but you know, that's
quite a few of those, but they get in the way of the enemies too, so.
Yeah. So back to our regular viewers. You were mentioning something we were talking about over lunch.
Oh yeah, so we had a discussion about Let's Plays, and I was more referring to Minecraft Let's Plays, but it pertains to this as well. I was noting how over the past few years, I've noticed that, well, there aren't really very many Let's Plays out there, and the ones that are out there don't actually call themselves Let's Plays. They say, I survived 100 days in Valheim, and here's what happened. And come to find out that, well, it's the 5th of 5 100 days, and that they're just doing a Let's Play and not calling it that. And I find that a little bit strange because, well, I have always liked, you know, sitting down for a while and watching Let's Plays, but for one reason or another, they don't exactly seem to be how people like to advertise their YouTube videos anymore, and so we don't really have, Let's Plays that are easy to start from the beginning and then just follow along with. Because even the ones that are there, you can't easily follow along with episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. You have to kind of guess based on, well, the progression milestones you can make out from the title. So,
right.
Here we are doing a very numerically ordered Let's Play.
And I think we're not
happy about it.
Yeah, we're not terribly interested in like making a living doing a Let's Play. And so I think we want to go old school, and this is for fellow players, not for algorithm whores. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to say it that way, I guess. Algorithm slaves?
Algorithm slaves, yes.
Yeah.
That puts it a little nicer.
Yeah. There. So let's do an outline. I feel the same way. I kind of watch YouTube like boomers watch TV, and that's for sitting around with mindless entertainment, And I kind of like React videos now. You and I have shared our love for Asmongold because he's like right between our ages. He's in his mid-30s, and I'm in my early 50s, and you're in your early adulthood. I don't know what you want to say, but he's a shared. Our interests in him overlap, and he's just basically a guy with no frills, plays video games, talks about video games, and talks about other people talking about video games, and then the occasional like thing that's bothering him, like he did one on taxation amongst the, I guess, your age group. Finally figured out you have to pay taxes, and all of a sudden your priorities change, which is generational. That happens every generation. When you're 16, 17, 18 years old, maybe even all the way up to through college, you kind of think you know everything about society and how to change it. And then you get a job and the government takes a third of your check, and you go, oh, wait a second. Who are these people taking my hard-earned money? And then you change your mind in a hurry about what what your strategy should be in life. It is so freaking hot outside. It's like
91.
Yeah, 91 and humidity. Whew. We are spoiled up here in Western New York because we have such moderate weather.
I've kind of always theorized about that in Valheim. Like, what kind of climate are we looking at? Is it cold outside where we are?
I think right now it's about 72 degrees. And it has to be because your garden has to be able to grow. And by the way, that's in real degrees. I don't know what it is in water degrees. Somewhere above the freezing point of water and between the boiling point and below the boiling point of water. 20 degrees? Is that what 72 is? Anyway.
I think it's like close to the...
I wonder what the imperial is for that. Like furloughs? It's like, 12 furloughs? Anyway, I feel like it's late spring, early summer here because you still have, low-ish mountains with snow, and it gets cold at night and we're wearing full clothes, so it must be like below freezing. So I'd say 70, 72 degrees, maybe 68 degrees, which is about like what it is here in May. It gets down in the 30s at night and then it gets up in the low 60s, 70s during the day.
Sounds about right for the meadows.
Yeah. Maybe above frost, though. So it's 40 at night, and that's why it feels cold in our outfits. So there's a garden. I imagine the garden needs to be harvested, so I'm going to go do that.
Actually, yeah. I have the cultivator on me still.
Oh. Hey, how does that work for quick harvest? I never could figure that out because I can't read, evidently.
Oh, you just hold shift and press E.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's that easy, huh? Let me get this right.
He's ready?
Uh-oh, I messed up.
They sure are.
Well, they should be. I was here for days chopping down. Chopping down.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I know there's some truth playing Holy Vanilla, but this is fun.
Yeah, I was watching one of our videos, and I was trying to explain how, like in real life, and this is not real life, this is Valheim, right? But you get punished in the game for not knowing how to space out your carrot seeds. So I kind of think you would. It would take you one try of going hungry. I should space these. Are those turnips? Oh, no. I thought we had turnip seeds.
No.
We didn't find any last time, did we?
That is a good idea that I hadn't considered, I think.
Well, we have to make up our mind. What do we want to do today? Do we want to explore the... What? Grayling, you are done. I was just going to let you live, but you can't.
Wait.
Or are we going to go explore the swamp, or are we going to... I mean, we have three, alternatives. Should we explore the swamps looking for, turnip seeds and other things and, map it out? Or should we get more iron, or should we look for the trader? Now, in this democracy, I vote trader. I don't know what your vote is going to be, but I'm a trader man today.
I think we could do for an exploration update. Or not update, episode.
For this one, to go look for the trader?
Yeah, I think so.
You picked it and didn't pick it up.
Didn't go into my inventory. I don't know why.
Well, because you got to get good, bro.
I think that I need to make some more food.
Okay.
And then we can go out on the carve and
all right,
search for new lands.
Where's the carve?
I think it's by our swamp outpost.
All right, so it's called Trader. All right.
Yeah. Well, now that you bring that up, I should probably do some renaming there. And we have poison resistance mead done.
Yeah, I've got a couple on me, so I don't need any.
I wish I could make like a barrel to store the mead in.
Oh, by the way, you didn't say anything about my new hat.
I like your new hat.
It's part of the spring release from Paris and all the fashions. Is there any like in-game benefit to this, or is this totally just decoration?
It is totally decoration.
So there's not like a hidden like buff for being pretty?
No pretty points.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm going to work on getting my food. I'm going to start some new meat, and then we can set off.
Okay.
Let's see, what do I need?
Interesting.
We might need to collect more raspberries.
Really?
Yeah, our barrel is a little bit low, but we'll see.
All right.
It's mainly because we're going through quite a bit of Queen's Jam right now, which takes a lot. So that could be it.
That's interesting. Playing the game through kind of as a first-time player. Well, as a first time, not kinda. I thought the Queen's Jam was just sort of like an homage by the creators of the game, the developers, to like their queen. Like they have a queen because they are European. I don't know. And turns out it's actually part of the game lore. Didn't know that until late in the game. No spoilers.
Oh,
yeah. Not spoiling it for people who are watching us for just fun. So when we do meet the game lore reason for the Queen's Jam, it'll make sense.
Oh, yes. I see what you're talking about.
Okay. Hi, skeleton. Bye, skeleton.
Next time we put a lot of effort into building, we're going to have to do a little bit of work on our cooking stations.
Right, I really hate it the way it is now.
It leaves a bit to be desired.
I told you not to do it, by the way, just for the record. Don't do it that way. I said that. I literally said that. And now questioned you, and you said, well, you can only get it through this corner thing here. It's like, yeah, that's... I won't say that because it's like mean. Like, I told you not to, jerk.
Yeah, you did.
Now you regret it. Some people will only learn the hard way.
Are you just about done?
No, absolutely not. Ah! Oh, wow.
Oh, it's going to be a long episode.
I just saw 2 skeletons wreck something. I'm not sure what. I got to go down and look. You want a piece of me? I think you do. You're both done now, aren't you?
Do you have any fine wood stored anywhere?
Yeah. There's a bunch in one of the wood chests. It should be like 40. And there should be some by the workbench in the main house that I built.
Okay.
Not Ungoliant, but the main base house.
Yep, I'm looking up there now.
Okay. Oh, it's
I
a burial ground. No wonder there's a lot of skeletons here. Did you know there's a burial ground here? Oh, you don't even know where I am, do you? I'm near the swamp,
nope.
By the way.
I've found 11. I'm going to have to chop down a couple of them.
No, don't rain. Ah, it's raining.
I'm going to have to cut down a couple of birch trees here, collect some wood, because I am making another set of portals so that we have a portal for the swamp and for the trader instead of pretending that our trader portal is the swamp. No, don't roll into the ocean, please.
So it looks like it's going to take us another day, basically. If you got to go chop down, it's already late in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm coming home then. Oops, I'm going to grab some stuff, though.
Hello, dear. He doesn't even know how to run. There's just so many stumps around.
I told you, it's a strategy for if you're still low level and you keep getting raided, just leave a bunch of logs around.
Speaking of logs, I see a chopped down beech tree standing straight up.
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
That's cool.
Well, I was using the elder buff, and I just wanted to get the trees down, right?
Yep.
And yeah, that's what I was doing. And leaving, like I say, I leave the birch trees. First of all, because they still look kind of nice with the white trunk and all that. And also because we use specific use, and you can go like, oh yeah, I have a birch tree. I can go get 5, 10 fine wood.
Speaking of, I can actually replant these birch trees because I got a couple of saplings.
Awesome. Yeah, birch groves are cool.
Something I don't like about this game is that for gathering wood, it doesn't give you enough saplings to replant. And I don't know how... Yeah, like, you'll cut down 4 trees and you only get 3 seeds or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you have to manage
I don't know how realistic that is.
Like, I would do, like, birch... I have a birch grove, and I would plant, like, 20, and you end up getting enough seeds to replant over time. Yeah, it isn't... You're right. There's a problem with the numbering. I think you're right, but you have to manage it. It's a resource management issue.
Okay, I'm going to set up this portal now. I'm going to call it Swamp.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's another thing we need to build is a portal room.
Trophies. I thought we were going to kind of have a trophy. What does one say? Like a portal ledge. What did I call it?
Like the pier you have in your single player?
No, we were going to do something different. Portal ridge or something. I forgot what we said. I have to listen.
Oh yeah, we were going to like build it across the lining the river or the ocean or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well I have everything set up and materials for next portal, so I think we can sleep and then get on with this.
All right. Is it time to sleep? I don't think we can sleep yet.
I think we can. It lets you sleep pretty early.
Okay.
Oh, and it's starting to rain. We want to go out in this.
Oops, I want that. I'm gonna leave you here. Here we go. Oh, it is raining. I'm gonna go up and get some raspberries real quick. There's a couple of patches here that I don't think I knocked down by accident. Whoa. Eichthier. Ready? Oh. Nope, they weren't ready. It's a couple of patches. How many days is it, do you think? Is it like a week? 7 days?
It takes like, yeah, I think a week.
Uh-oh. I accidentally forgot about the boars that were spawning here.
Well, we're gonna need them for sausages, so.
Yep. Coming. I built a bunch of maypoles too, so that we have them.
I saw that there were
like everywhere.
Maples where.
Well, they're too easy to build. Why would I not build them? You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean they're limited time, so like, I think September or something they put them away.
Okay.
So we need to build all the maples before then.
Yep. I put one in Ungoliant.
She devours even the maypoles.
Well done. Okay, are you ready to go do some?
Set up.
We're gonna go looking for the trader. So this is now the you you went all the way there and back?
I went through the trader portal.
Yeah, renamed it.
And then I renamed it to Swamp. And now, wherever we end up landing, I will build a portal called Trader, and we'll hook up.
Okay.
And I love the border of the swamp. It just looks so ominous.
That's what I was doing while I was waiting. I was kind of exploring the boundary.
I wonder if there's any like meadows on this island. Because I'd like to have a meadows that's not like part of our base, just to maybe have something there. I'm not sure, but also just for like extra farming.
You want this table, or you want to leave it here?
Yeah, go ahead and pick it up. Because I doubt we will land here again.
Yeah, we got the portal set up. So here we go. So I imagine you know where you're going?
Nope. Well, I think that's the point right now, is we're just going to go.
Okay.
See what we can see.
Off we go. We didn't mark the... See if I have the boat marked somewhere. Yeah, I have ship. You have ship on your map. You need to get rid of it.
Oh, the wind is shifting perfectly.
Immediately?
Yep.
Or no, for us. In our favor? Oh, good.
Yes. Oh, look at that. There's a shipwreck just to the shore there.
Where at?
To your right.
Oh, yeah. I thought they would do more with that. What all is there to that? It seems to me it's not much. It's just kind of a neat...
Well, it adds to the lore. You're not the first one to be sent to Valheim by Odin. But hopefully you're the last.
Ah. Yeah, we need to make a more of an effort at commenting on the lore, because they reveal so little. But just enough so that you can like speculate and have a good time with it.
I like it that way.
Yep.
It's kind of like Tolkien. We know a lot about Middle Earth, but we don't know everything.
Yeah.
And that's great. Keep your eyes out for the crypts and all that, so that we can mark them.
Well, we kind of came this direction.
Yeah,
we're basically
not
just we're
unexplored areas.
We're kind of filling in the boundary part, so we kind of knew it was here, the ocean. But sometimes they have them on the ocean.
Yeah, sometimes they're just kind of there.
That's why you don't land
in the swamp.
You just don't, because there's something tracking you, and below him and around him is probably 10 to 12 blood bags, leeches, and they poison you, and down you go, like last episode, like I went down. And I even knew they were attacking me. I didn't realize they could do that much damage. So, or I guess I had forgotten.
Yeah, in my personal experience, you never risk landing in the swamp until you have plains gear.
Yeah.
And even then, you only do it during the daytime. Just never land in the swamp at night.
Yeah.
Until you can just about one-shot everything there.
Speaking of plains, I scared the entrails out of me. My goodness. See, and that's a cool thing about this game. There's no plains. It's when you're on the water, whatever's below this boat is a biome. It isn't an extension of the biome you can see. So this is technically plains, but it's not plains. There are no plains.
I'm not seeing any.
It's kind of cool. And when you land in the swamps, even with plains gear on, you really want to run aground. You want to find a place where you can get off on dry ground. Because if you get off in the water, you're going to take a bunch of damage and poison. And get disarmed. I guess you're turning us?
Yeah, well, the wind's going against me there.
Okay. Here we go to the ocean.
There's plenty of ground to explore this way. Well, maybe not ground. We'll see. But there's stuff we need to see in the ocean, too.
If this is the exception to the rule where they have this huge expanse of ocean and no land, like it took me a while to understand that about Valheim, was that there aren't big stretches of ocean.
No, it's generally strips.
Yep.
Strips of ocean.
But right now,
kind of see that there's land forming on the horizon.
Yeah, but this is pretty big stretch.
It is, yeah. But this is like the big stretch in this area, probably.
Yep.
I think that's a game design thing. I think you never want your oceans to be realistic. because, with ships like this one, back in the days when they were used, it took, several days to make those journeys across the oceans and the seas.
Yeah,
and
that wouldn't make for great gameplay.
There's only so much you can do to make sailing interesting. With the mechanics we have for sailing in Valheim, it's interesting for a while. But part of what makes it interesting is sailing past all that land and seeing what's there.
Yep, agreed.
To add on to the point you made earlier, we are passing by some trollfish native to the Black Forest.
Oh. Yeah, we're in the Black Forest again.
Yeah.
As you can see. Black Forest everywhere around you.
Well, I guess it also has to do with the height of the ocean.
Oh, yeah?
I think once you get to a certain depth, it'll be ocean. But, like, every single world is part of a mega map, which has, like, I can't remember how many different worlds put together, and it takes, like, one area from there, and, like, sinks the land in certain parts and raises it up, so the elevation isn't the same. But the land masses, like, will be or something. I can't remember exactly how it works, but or maybe the biomes are always the same.
Okay.
But basically, if the ocean is shallow enough, it won't be ocean anymore. And in the areas we just passed by, in some other world, the elevation, where the elevation was high enough, we would have been in the plains.
Okay.
And we would have been in the Black Forest.
Got it. Because we're back in the ocean.
Yep.
Yep, we're coming across something here. There's a swamp to our right. Which
looks like a Black Forest.
Is that starboard? Is right starboard?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. You're from a Navy family. My whole family's Navy except for me. I never grew up on water.
Well, why don't you know?
We didn't say starboard. We just said right. But that was, we weren't really ocean going, even though we were on the ocean. We were on a little motorboat, 9.9 horsepower, right below a threshold for registration. Well, 10 horsepower you had to register it. At 9.9 you didn't. So
that's great.
Motoring up and down the Gulf Coast in a 9.9 little fishing boat, basically. It was great.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
And a sailboat. Hobie Cat.
As we pass this Black Forest on the right, that may also be starboard, we want to kind of stick to these Black Forests, because, well, that's where the trader spawns. And I would like to find him at some point. So we'll circle around this outer perimeter of the spawn continent and see if we can find anything.
While starboard means to the right-hand side of the vessel, so we were right, the left-hand side is now referred to as port. Nice driving. Though this wasn't always the case. In Old English, the term was baseboard, bobboard, I don't know, backboard. Oh, it's supposed to be pronounced backboard. So starboard and backboard. But it's port. And there's all sorts of, like, etymology reasons why it's called port.
I'm sure there's lots of reasons.
Because Portugal was always to the left. I don't know.
Well, that would make sense. There is meadows in there.
Okay.
Hemmed in, landlocked by the Black Forest.
Huh.
Oh, this wind is not being friendly to me.
There is a village up there. I bet you it has Draugr in it. There's also a starred skeleton nearby. They have not detected us.
There.
That's quite a village.
Oh yeah. I'll like put a little star on the map here.
Okay.
Our own villager. This is Minecraft. Because we might want to raid that eventually.
What good is it for raiding if it's full of Draugr?
Not much.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on how much aggression you need to take out on some fallen civilization.
Heads up. Shoal water ahead. So you want to steer carefully.
I'm gonna row for a little bit so that the sails aren't pushing me around. And those Grey Dwarfs are having a party.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spawner there.
Yeah. Those are nests. This isn't Minecraft. Watch your language.
Nests.
We're going to get a cease and desist letter from the lawyers.
Who's lawyers?
From Minecraft lawyers. Microsoft, man. They are hardcore. Is Microsoft still the owner, or did somebody else buy it?
It's still Microsoft.
Okay.
They'll probably hold on to it for forever.
Yeah. It's a great property.
Yep.
Congratulations to Steve, or whoever it was that developed the game. Like one guy in a basement, right?
Notch, yeah.
He's now a bazillionaire. Good for him.
Yep.
I was watching, like, Asmongold, and he and Mad Season Show have been on and on about, and they're doing react videos to other guys who I don't know very well, but they're reacting to these guys saying, why can't we just have video games that are fun, and like right now all the AAA games are like, they spend tons and tons of their budget on engineering and servers and stuff like that instead of developing the game for fun. And then all these like indie, you're gonna get wrecked. Oh, you made it. I think a wave came up just under you. Anyway, all these indie games and low budget games, they're just making fun games. And here's one. This is a perfect example.
Yeah,
it's a few years old now, though, right?
Yeah, it's 2021, I believe.
But they're still a very small operation, right?
Yeah, they've got like maybe a dozen people working on it. Last I heard.
Yeah, it's a huge hit, but they refuse to kind of go AAA and start doing like the bloated company thing where they make a bunch of stuff that people who like the game don't like because they can't do microtransactions and soak every player like a lot of MMOs do now. Remembering to make a game so that it's fun, and a lot of the fun of a video game is just grinding. I love grinding. It's my favorite part of video games is grinding. Always. When I played World of Warcraft back in BC and in Wrath of the Lich King all the way through Cataclysm, all I did was I always was an herbalist, and I would just gather mats and sell them on the auction, and then I would buy gear. That's all I ever did, and I had to raid just because I had decent gear, low-level tier 1 gear, and then it didn't have to, but a lot of people invited me. There's one of those cool pits over there that have no purpose. They're just pits.
Yeah.
And this game is a perfect example of it, too. This game is grinding. All you do is grind in this game, and then you have a boss that's, you can die a couple of times, like I did to the Queen. Especially with the later bosses, they made them so that they really do, you do have to have a 2-person thing, because what's the guy, Yagluth? The game mechanics, you can't beat him. I mean, I'm sure there's some nerd out there who can do it, but like as a casual, there's no way you can beat Yagluth without a partner. Because of
your own fight. Dear son did it a couple times, but
yeah, but you're one of them nerds that like. Well, no, but you have to admit, even it's like.
It is a tough fight.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, and if you have to get lucky really to beat him, right?
Yeah, you do have to know your way around the fight. I will give you that much.
Anyway, the point was, the bosses here are challenging and fun, not too hard, but the game isn't diminished because the boss fights aren't hard. Like, like Dark Souls. Well, you haven't played Dark Souls. Dark Souls, the bosses are super hard. Like, they're notorious for the hardest bosses in the game, in video game world.
Yep.
And it makes the game great. But what if you don't want to play like that? I haven't played Dark Souls in ages just because of the bosses, because I don't want to go through that anxiety. I just kind of want to grind. And this game is perfect. There's a perfect balance for me. It's not for everyone, but for me it is. Anyway, they told me to eat. I should eat. There.
Yeah. Something that has been a hot topic on the Valheim subreddit recently has been difficulty, because one of the lead developers really wants this game to be a very difficult game. The problem is that, like, most of this game so far is, moderately difficult, starting at the swamp or maybe the Black Forest, depending on your standards.
I think swamp. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But
I mean, the troll was super challenging for a first-time player, but as soon as you figure out the mechanics, it's easy.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get your first troll outfit on. But anyway, go on. I interrupted you.
Yeah.
It's got to be swamp. It's swamp. Swamp is really, really hard compared to Black Forest.
Yeah, swamp is where this game, introduces what I think is the difficulty that suits it right, where you have to know your game mechanics, otherwise you die a lot. But it's not an exclusive experience for really sweaty gamers. And this is just an island. We've gone in a circle.
No kidding.
Yeah. And
wow.
What they've apparently done with the Ashlands is they tried to make it quite a lot more difficult than it was. Is there really a rock there?
Yeah, and you can't see it because of the sun reflecting, and that's like, as another interruption, that is one of the cool features of this game, is like, that does correspond to real life. The sun blinds you to stuff under the water at a certain...
Sometimes you just can't see it.
Yeah, it's great. Are you trying to park so we can go home?
Yeah, because we'd have to go out into the open ocean, and we're not ready for...
Nope.
We're not ready for the open ocean at night.
We could. I've done it, but it's terrifying.
Jump out.
Oh. What? I just ate. There.
I like to land on these rocks.
I guess so. I don't. I like landing on the shore.
Well, it's easier to get going again. That's why I do it.
Okay.
Anyways, I was talking about difficulty. So they made it a bit more difficult. And a few people really, really liked that, but most of the audience, or at least a significant amount of the audience, wasn't so happy about how difficult the Ashlands was in comparison to the rest of the game. And so on the public test, they announced some nerfs to I won't go too in detail how they did it, but the difficulty is lowered now, and some people are upset about that. I have no comment because, well, we're still on the quest for the Ashlands.
Yep.
But there's some people who are very upset about these nerfs because they want the game to be difficult, and I kind of disagree with them. And funny enough, the lead developer, because I think when you have a difficulty that's kind of so static for swamp, mountains, and plains, where it's about the same difficulty, and then Mistlands, the combat itself is about the same in terms of difficulty. It's just they have the added aspect of, well, the mist, the terrain. So it's actually not too much more difficult.
Yeah.
When you have a difficulty like that that's so static, I don't know how well it works for it to jump again like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I could be wrong. We'll see when we get to Ashlands what we think of it and what everyone else thinks of it.
I know. I think right now we're in mid game, right? I keep calling it early game, but it's mid game now. Swamps is the third, so we've got swamps, plains, and plains is probably the first late game, wouldn't you say? I think because it gets so.
I think right now plains is probably late game, but I think once they get the deep north out, it would be mid game.
Yeah.
But that's another year from now probably.
So you've got swamp, mountain. That's definitely a giant's leap up from here, right? From our Black Forest. We've conquered the Elder, right? So, but mountain, you can't do mountain at all without frost resistance. And even with frost resistance, you're not going to kill a wolf anytime soon with our gear.
I mean, again, you would have a lot of trouble.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. We don't have any iron.
How they intended it.
Yeah, because you really have to have iron weapons by that point, and I think you still have to have like iron. You really need to have iron gear, and then you got to get that wolf coat. Oh, I forgot. I had the wood for. Come on. I had the wood for the workbench. I forgot about it. I left it in a chest at home, though.
Oh, that's okay.
So here we go.
The wind wants me to go south, so I will go south.
Okay. Head towards that mountain, huh? Or does it need more?
I don't see that mountain yet.
It's just a bit to the starboard section of the bow. If you aim just a skosh right, you'll still be able to pick up in the wind shifting anyway. You're going to end up having to.
Yeah. I have to turn this way now.
So it's straight this way, and then you can probably tack to it. Yeah. Good.
Okay, here we go again.
Another day of exploration.
I do love sailing. It's great.
You love what?
I do love sailing, I said.
Yeah.
Although I like it a lot more with a long ship. The carve sometimes feels a little bit ill-equipped for the oceans, especially when it starts storming.
Yeah, we've gotten really lucky. Really lucky. Yeah. We haven't got so much as rain, except for that little short jaunt through the swamp there.
Well, yeah, but that's guaranteed.
Oh, there's a forest. That to the right, the mountain to the right, is definitely forest. Although, have we been there?
That is the same one that the Elder.
Well, then never mind. We actually are not going to explore anything new this direction. If you look at
I'm going past this direction.
Your big map. Okay.
I'm going to go
Got it.
Over here.
Fair enough.
See how that goes.
Yep.
Because that is the way the wind is facing, and I do not want to argue with it right now.
Okay.
Or maybe I could follow the Black Forest on the island we found the swamp on. That might be a good idea. It's really just all about following the forest.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing now. I think. I mean, if it turns out that the trader is on the same island and we didn't find it, until the very last thing. It's okay because we'll have explored a lot of the map then. But you're right, yeah. And there's limits too, right? Because it's not like the whole world is full of black forest. It's like, isn't it like, or is it seeded throughout? Does the seed? No, because you have to have mistlands and you have to have plains, which are going to be away from meadows, right? Is that right? No, not quite right.
Once you get to a certain spot in the world, a certain distance away from spawn, meadows no longer spawn in.
Yeah,
no longer, right?
That's
but
kind of what.
Black forest can always spawn. It's
okay.
Only in the deep end, the deep south and north, where only Ashlands and deep north are.
Okay.
I almost call it the snowlands, but we'll see what they decide to do with it. I'm curious how they'll handle the deep north.
As opposed to the deep south?
As opposed to, the Ashlands.
The Ashlands are south?
Oh, yeah, they're like, way down here.
Yeah, because it's, when you look at the map, it's a big round thing. Is it a planet? Or is it a disc? It's a disc, right?
It's a disc, yeah.
Because you can sail over the edge and die, right?
Sure can. Been there, done that.
Should be the way we end this series in several years.
Oh, did you see what the wind just did?
Because you're getting close?
You
have to learn how
instantly did a 180 there.
I was goofing off. I didn't see it. But that's funny. Where are you trying to go?
I was sailing with a full headwind, and snap of the fingers, just gone.
Tailwind. You meant tailwind.
Tailwind, yeah.
You want, for the top speed, you want it to be actually coming across from the side, not from the sail.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Okay. But yeah, we might as well explore it now. Now that we said we weren't gonna.
Well, I'll just follow the coast here. The trader usually spawns close to the coast, so
yeah. And I think they're pretty liberal with how they let you know.
Yeah. It will reveal it to you on the map long before you can actually see it.
Yep.
I think it's like 100 meters or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You get to see it before you get to see other things, in other words, that are closer.
Pretty much. You see any trolls?
I'm looking. Nothing so far. The good news about the Carva is you can actually get it going pretty fast rowing. So you're doing a great job back there.
It does, yeah. That's something I wish they had. It seems to me, like you were saying, the later biomes really encourage multiplayer and playing with at least one person. I really wish that you could have multiple people rowing.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like a very intuitive thing. And I'm like...
Double the speed, basically, or at least increase the speed.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not sure, it might have been just a modded ship. But I'm pretty sure there's actual ship builds where there are very clearly spots for rowers, and well, you can only have the one guy in the back pushing a giant longship along, rowing it along, whatever.
Yeah. Is that a troll? No, that's just a big rock.
Well, it is sunlight out.
Yeah, it's still low and it's filtering through funny.
What were the names of the trolls from The Hobbit?
The trolls?
Yeah, those
I don't remember.
trolls that spent all night arguing about how to cook the dwarves in The Hobbit.
I don't remember why. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just thinking about trolls and sunlight and, well, how the sun didn't quite end well for them.
That was... Oh, there's one.
Oh, there he is. I'm gonna shoot him.
Are you now?
I might hit the tree. No, I got him. Oh no, he's not gonna catch up, is he?
If he hurts our car... Oh, I shot over his face. Here.
I don't think he's gonna be able to swim after us.
Oh, he almost got us.
That would have been bad. He's not quite buoyant, is he?
I think they have the same limits as we do. There, I finally waved to him. They have the same limits as we do. They run out of stamina.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Now he's going back. Oh, I don't have to sit. That's good.
No.
That makes me...
But you could fall off.
A better... You can? Well, when the rough seas.
Yeah, I guess that's when you sit down. I wouldn't exactly call this rough.
No.
I've seen Lake Erie get more rough than this.
There's two birds just hovering over that burial chamber.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it too.
Server.
Crows are like supposed to hang out by burial chambers and towers in the Black Forest. It's kind of like an audio cue to help out. The attentive player. But I don't think they're supposed to hover like that.
No, they've got a few problems, like with randomization. Like those, every once in a while you come up to the Black Forest, like just now, and you'll see 3 gray dwarves, and they'll be in perfect synchronization in their, their AI.
Yeah, because they spawn them in all at once.
Yeah, maybe they should have a timer on it that's a little randomized, because it looks a little unnatural. Well, a little. There is that a troll house? I think that's a troll house.
I wonder if there will be one outside.
I don't know.
I don't think so. We'd probably see it by now.
I think so. I've got all my settings up pretty high, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the troll I shot at was further away.
There is a gray dwarf nest by it, too. Whoa. We just, What was that all about?
Well, I've got a little bit of wind now.
Okay.
I figured I should use it. But I'll wait until we get around this curve to go full sail, because otherwise I'll get pushed into the rocks.
Okay. Oops. Oh.
Hello.
My hands got lost on my keyboard.
Wrong button, huh?
Yeah, and I don't know why it won't let me sit. There we go.